Hey guys, apologies for the technical issues. I think my computer is just on the verge of dying. I think it is time to upgrade the PC, but you kind of want to wait. Um, you know, my other computer died on me, and now I've just got this laptop, and I really don't want to, you know, buy a new computer until we get. Um, 'Cause I know there's a lot of like kind of PC innovations coming down the pipeline, especially with regards to like, hey, what's up, fanboy? Thanks for hopping back in, man. I'm just having issues here with my computer, but hopefully, again, I've shut off all the programs and whatnot. Hopefully, this goes a little smoother. But yeah, so I think I did show off all my books, which is good. Again, just reflecting on the Summer of Superman haul, this last haul, and the past couple months with our pickups. It's been a fantastic summer, probably the most memorable summer in a long while for me. Part of it is related to the fact that I went to Japan. For the first time in almost 7, 8 years. I got to see my close, good friends over in East Asia when I was working in Korea and when I was living in Japan. Got to see, it was a short trip. Didn't get to spend a lot of time with them, but we did spend a night where we were drinking and catching up, and just, again, everybody is in a different place. We're all in different places from then. My crew doesn't kind of hang with each other as often as we used to. But they all kind of showed up and came out for me, and it was just like old times. So that was very memorable. Of course, I went over what I picked up in Japan, books that we were able to get, which were cool. Very cool. It's fun to pick up books there too, like the manga and all that stuff. I just feel like spending can get out of hand in Japan, even though the books aren't that much. We're spending kind of what we're spending here in terms of dollar books and all that, but you kind of do have to go out to the suburbs to get the better pricing. Tokyo's you don't tend to find collectible stuff for cheap because there's just a lot of people, and demand on items is going to drive stuff up. So, but yeah, we picked up a lot of Superman books, a lot of Silver Age, a lot of Bronze Age. Picked it up cheap. Really got lucky with some of the pickups, and again, Jeff and Ancient Comics is back. So we've got quarter bins and dollar bin books. Although I will say this, Jeff's not putting out as many quarter bins. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he just, I think, liquidated. He like had a sale or something. He just gave away his quarter bins. He just didn't keep them. And all his other like higher value stuff he kept. So he's like in the process of rebuilding quarter bins right now. So until it really kind of gets voluminous, every time I go there, it's growing a little bit, bit by bit, but it's definitely nothing where we would have to like go back on a regular basis. It's but he has dollar bins too. That is just like a box as well. He's focused on, I think, the higher grade stuff and sort of the more collectible stuff, the higher price stuff, because collectors are coming in, paying for the wall books and all that. So that's cool to see. But again, I think we're just gonna, now that the summer is over, we're gonna take a little break What's up, Hagu? Have you been to Jeff's? He's back, you know. Um, but what I wanted to do is that, you know, we showed off some books, and like for example, this may be the sexiest Neil Adams cover in my collection now. We picked up Samurai #3, and just look at that Neil Adams cover, man. That is one sexy cover. Yeah, he's back. His shop's better than ever. Go check it out. But again, his quarter bins he's just got like 5-6 boxes, and they're short boxes. Nothing like what it used to be. So he said he's building up to it, but he hasn't really put out much in terms of the quarter bin. But you know, Jeff, he's always got stuff fair, you know, really competitively priced to grade and all that. So worth going and checking him out. All right, so yeah, you know, prior to this Samurai book, this was the sexiest Neil Adams cover in my collection. Ooh la la! But it's nothing compared to his '90s Samurai book here, the newsstand. So giving you some sexy action, Neil Adams action. That's my cat. She's pretending like she's dying when she's fine. I think she wants me to clean her toilet, maybe. We'll go see what's going on there. Yeah, let's do it, man. I kind of spent all my money, but you want to just meet up and trade books or something? I've got a bunch of Batman books I'll trade for your Superman books because I know how much you love Batman. I've got a lot of like Infantino Detective Comics. So if you've got some Silver Age Superman books that you want to trade for those, let's do it. Let's do it. We got to do it quick though, because my wife's getting back on Thursday. So if you want to meet up tomorrow, I'm down. Agu, you want to meet tomorrow? I'm down, man. Let's do it. Let's get a stack of books. Get your Superman books together. I'll get my Batman books together, and we'll do it. That's fine. Do it tonight. All right. Going back to this. So I'm just kind of going through my haul again, and I'm also showing off some subsequent books as well. This is Superman serial number 205 from volume 1. Okay, and it's Neil Adams goodness right here. But Superman 205, there's a pedigree for Superman. And what I mean by pedigree of Superman is like Superman is a book that they only assign to people with chops. Now, it has been in recent years kind of like an assignment that they'll give to, I think they'll just give the assignment to anybody, it seems like, in more recent years, the modern years. But Superman used to be a title back in the day, way back. I'm talking like, you know, probably like around when Jim Lee worked on it and prior, where you know you had to have chops to work on a Superman book, meaning you had to be an artist that that understood the character of Superman. So I just want to show off, like, you know, this pedigree of like 205. We have volume 1 205 Neil Adams. Then we have volume 2 205. Got Jim Lee right there. This is the pedigree of Superman I'm talking about. And then we have, I almost dropped that. And then we have the variant cover by Michael Turner, 205. So there you go. 3 people that have worked on Superman 205, and you could not have 3 more. You know, these are just 3 of my favorite artists of all time, but you could not have 3 more talented artists working on Superman 205. Little 205 flavor in your ear. That's what I'm giving. That's what I'm giving you right there. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out for the last haul. Yeah, pull your books together, all right, Agu? And I'll text you. I'll text you. What's up, Vinny? How you guys doing tonight? Everybody good? All right, perfect. We're showing off this book too. Batman. We're talking about pedigree, right? We're talking about traditions. We're talking about people who did it first and then people who did it second. You got Batman choking or Superman choking out Batman. But yeah, Neil showing you how it's done there. And then Jim Lee saying, he don't need no two hands. He don't need no two hands. They're making like Superman out to be like he's struggling to choke out Batman. No. Jim showing you just takes one hand for our boy Superman. All right, next book we picked up some Ballin' Superman Batman, right? And I gotta say I like the clean cut look because Ballin when he was working on Superman during the 90s, give him the mullet look. I don't know. What do you like? Do you like the mullet look or you like the clean shaven look? Ballin giving you a choice there. We know who Wonder Woman likes. But who do you like? I gotta say I like the mullet. I gotta say Ballin does the mullet Superman some justice there. All right. What more can we say about this trio? I was mentioning that these guys started under Stan as kids. They became like rock stars in the industry, and they were always, part of Stan's kind of crew, right? They were always doing panels with Stan, kind of watching out for him during the cons. Obviously, when Stan passed, both I'm sure we're personally devastated, but some good memories there. They're back with their mentor. They left and then they came back, mended the fences, so to speak, and yeah, good stuff right there. Picked up some lady covers this time. I think, not to say that I'm not going to pick up lady covers and do all that, because I don't consider myself one of those like people who just like get covers for like sexy ladies and all that. But I gotta admit, like, I've been kind of doing it subconsciously. I have so many, especially this Michael Turner stuff, man. And now and Jim Lee stuff too. I got a lot of sexy Jim Lee stuff. There's some sexy Bolin stuff that I still have to pick up as well. It's all there, I kind of collect it all, I guess, from a cover art standpoint. But yeah, the Summer Superman definitely produced this year for me. And what was interesting was I was sitting in Everett Comics today, and it was quite funny, actually. I was, there's a lot of conversations going on in the shop, and Everett Comics, actually, a lot of people were coming in and going out, buying books and leaving, buying toys and leaving. But one dude came in. I want to say he's, early 20s, maybe still in high school, or yeah, maybe in college or something. Early 20s, I'd say. But he came in and he's like, "Hey, do you have anything for somebody who's wanting to get into Superman comic books?" It's his girlfriend, right? He's like, "Yeah, my girlfriend, I'm trying to get her into Superman books. She really enjoyed the movie. So I'm just wondering if you have a recommendation for something that she could read and get into." And the shop owner, I don't think he recommended Absolute Superman for this girlfriend. I was like, that's not the book you want to recommend. I think you want to recommend something, with a nice sort of like a light-hearted take on the character. But he went right with like all Absolute Superman, which is like a dystopian type story, right? So I was just kind of giving the comic book worker. I mean, the worker was young too. Maybe he just didn't pick up on like, oh, what would a young lady who's never read a comic book like? Maybe he thought she would like that. Maybe she would like that. I would have just recommended something more classic, right? That's just me, but it's interesting that he went there with the modern books. All right. Yeah, nice pickups, man. Old school stuff. Love it. Nice. Yeah, that's the Sadowski era for Justice League, if I'm not mistaken. Classic covers for the 20s, I'm sure. I'll take a look at what those specific books are. Yeah, happy for you, man. Good pickups. Yeah, I had a purchase off eBay, and I got the Alex Ross. It's Action Comics 1050, the very Alex Ross variant. It's the Action One homage by Alex Ross. It's dark cover. We got the foil version. I just love that cover. But when I got it, there was this like fingerprint like stain on it, and completely ruined the foil part of the book. And I'm just like, dude, I spent $10 on this and it's not even high grade now. So I just told the guy I'm going to return it. So I returned it. Still haven't gotten the refund yet, but should be getting that soon because it'll get to him by Tuesday. All-Star Superman would have probably, yeah, I agree. Right? It just is weird that he went with what's currently out. Maybe they didn't have All-Star Superman. I'm sure they have the trade or somewhere. They have a bunch of trades in that shop. It's weird he went with, again, that recommendation when he specifically said, "Hey, this is for my girlfriend. She's just wanting to read more based off what the movie was." And it's like absolute Superman is nothing like the movie. I haven't read it, but from all intents and purposes, I believe it's nothing like the movie. It's just a weird, like even the All In stuff, like this. Well, no, not the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, but the World's Finest stuff would have been a better recommendation, right? That's a little bit like more lighthearted in that sense. Dan Mora, goodness, right there. Bam! Wonder Woman in your ear. And some ball and ugliness right there. Michael Turner. Sexy cover right there. Look at this one, man. The surfing image. Michael Turner, please stop. Got some Mike Vosberg Starfire action. Boom. And yeah, no one's beaten Bolin Wonder Woman here. terms of sexiness. Bolan Wonder Woman takes the cake with the sexy covers. I'm just showing books off I've shown off already. All right, so that was the haul, guys, and that was the summer. I will probably do some summer recap videos, but there's so much stuff. I mean, literally, I could just show off everything I picked up, and it would just be like amazing, incredible stuff, right? Because it just felt that way this summer. Like everything we picked up was just fireballs, man, just fireballs. So yeah, when you have a summer like that, it's going to be memorable. It wasn't too hot here in the Pacific Northwest. It's hot right now. It got into the 90s today, but all in all, it was a pretty cool summer. And again, memorable from the get-go. It's just been a... Yeah, I feel like the all-in, the Summer of Superman books would have even been a good... You know what I mean? Like the Summer of Superman books are all Superman Unlimited, all these like... It's kind of adopted the like, here's an introduction, here's another kind of look at Superman for the Summer of Superman. You know, they kind of kept it PG, lighthearted, and classic stuff, right? So I feel like that would have even been better. But yeah, I know it's hot and stormy and like miserable elsewhere, but here in the Northwest, it's been relatively mild. It has been dry. We haven't gotten a lot of rain, but once the rainy season starts, no one complains about it being dry. It will get very, very wet again, but who knows? They're saying it's going to be dry this fall. We'll see if that actually is the case. But yeah, look at this. King Kong, Judge Dredd King Kong. That's a great shot right there with the eyeball. Then when you back out, it's like, oh shit, it's King Kong in your face. Oh man, just a bunch of good Bolan covers here. Just really happy with this pickup. Got some Dan Jurgens, Reign of Superman, key right there. All in all, good stuff. So yeah, Agu, hit me up on message. Let's try. I do need to be somewhere by 3, so if we're gonna meet up, let's meet up like a little bit in the morning, so we can kind of hang out, maybe grab lunch or something, and then I gotta meet up with some people later in the afternoon. So, all right, thanks for joining, guys. This is the last haul, but the content's not stopping. We're going to do a bunch of videos. I'm going to try to put together lists and kind of an overview of what we picked up. Maybe do some Neil Adams, like a Neil Adams show off or a Brian Bolan show off, something, maybe even a sexy cover show off. We'll do something fun. So stay tuned. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, otakus.